Hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing good. Today we're going to talk about SMART goals. Some of you might remember me talking about SMART goals towards the end of the program. Some of you might not. So in today's videos we will first establish what are SMART goals. Then we will talk a little bit about why are they relevant to you maybe at the moment. And then we will reveal each of the letters of the word SMART. So we will bring it all together at the end. So what are SMART goals? SMART is a very well established tool to plan and achieve your goals. Having goals is really, really important, but sometimes it can even be quite overwhelming because your goals might be too broad. So goals that are not SMART, they usually fail to motivate you and they can result into you not taking action at all. So this tool can help you to make your goals specific and to break them down so they are more achievable. And it provides clarity, focus and motivation. SMART goals can either be short-term goals or long-term goals. So why is this maybe relevant to you? We think that especially in times like this where things are uncertain, your circumstances can change in a short amount of time, having those SMART goals can really give you structure and it gives you focus. And as a result of that, you will feel more in control, and goals that you have that before maybe seemed like you wouldn't be able to achieve them or be really hard work to achieve them can be broken down into smaller goals. Just before we start revealing each of the letters, I will also send you all the information in this video in a written format via email, just to let you know. So let's start with the first letter S. S stands for specific. Your goal needs to be clear and specific, otherwise you won't be able to focus on it. It might help you to ask yourself the 5 W questions. So, what do I want to accomplish? Why is this goal important? Who is involved? Where is it located? And which resources or limits are involved? An example for a specific goal could be, instead of saying, I will find a new job, that could be a goal. In a more specific way, you could say, I will work on my CV this month. So the letter M stands for measurable. Measurable goals are very, very important so that you can track your progress and stay motivated. You can assess progress by using metrics such as numbers, and you can feel the excitement of getting closer to achieving your goal as well. Questions you might want to ask yourself in order to get a measurable goal could be how much, how many, or how will I know when it is accomplished. Instead of saying I will walk more, a more measurable goal could be I will walk 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes. So that is now measurable, and you can now actually make sure if you achieve this goal. So the letter A stands for achievable. Your goal should definitely challenge you, but it still needs to remain possible. So questions you might want to ask yourself are, how can I accomplish this goal? How realistic is the goal based on all the other things that are happening in your life? For example, if you have to do some further training for a certain position that you want to get, if you have a full-time job, how is it going to be possible for you to do the further training? And an example could be, instead of saying, I will find a new job in a month, you could say, I will apply to at least 3 companies each week. So now you've all of a sudden have made the goal more achievable. Letter number R stands for relevance. So this step is about making sure that the goal matters to you. No one else can tell you what your goal should be. It needs to come from you. And a relevant goal should answer the following questions with a yes. So for example, does this seem worthwhile? Is this the right time? And a good example of a relevant goal could be, to achieve my goal of finding a new job, I will apply at least to 3 companies each week. The T stands for time bound. Every goal needs a target date so that you have a deadline that you can work towards to, and it will also help you to feel more motivated to get started in the first place. You might want to ask yourself, when or what can I do within 6 months from now? A good example of a time bound goal would be, I will walk 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes, over the next 2 months. So now you have a deadline, so you have 2 months to fulfill your action. So to summarize it all, I will give you a completed SMART goal. To improve my mental and physical health, I will go out for a walk 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes over the next 2 months. So I can totally understand if the SMART goal tool might seem a bit confusing or difficult. It definitely seemed to me that way when I first was introduced to it, but it's helped me a lot in the past, and I'm still using it sort of on a personal level. And if you've got any questions, please let me know. Happy to sit down with you and work on your individual SMART goals as well. And don't forget that I will send out sort of a written version of this to you via email. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.